Ahmadi. Welcome to the 7th lesson. Let's begin. This one is called Repetition with Intensity. Repetition with intensity. Intensity means power. Concentrated power, really, what it means. Of course, repetition means doing something again, and again. So maybe this is the bad news or good news, I don't know. But the truth is, to learn English, to learn a new language, to learn any skill, to be a master, you have to have a lot of repetition. And this is something that a lot of people don't like. They'll say, oh my god, I'm bored. I don't want to listen to this again. I don't want to do this again and again. I'll give you a small example. I recently started taking singing lessons. In every lesson, we do the same things. We do the same skills. Na 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 na. Every single time. Every day, same skills, same exercises, we do again. And anyone who wants to get good in singing have to do this. You have to repeat. You can't just say, oh, I already know this. I did it 10 times. I'm finished. So let's do something new. Unfortunately, a lot of people had this idea with language learning for some reason. Most people understand if you learn a sport, you have to repeat the same basic actions again and again. If you want to be great at basketball, for example, you probably know you have to practice dribbling, means bouncing the ball, passing, and shooting the ball. Again and again, every day. Michael Jordan practiced the same basic skills from a child until he finished his career. Well, 20 years maybe, every day, practicing the same skills again. And now, not just practicing with emotions. Practicing with power, practicing with energy, every day for 20 years or more. We have already mentioned Tiger Woods a lot. Same thing with golf. He practices the same skills again and again. Every single day, years and years. So why, when we are learning English or learning a new language, do we say, oh, I don't want to study this anymore, I already know it. I already know the present tense. I already know these words, right? I already know this grammar. I already know this lesson. Well, you maybe listen to it 7 times, 5 times. It's not enough. We need a lot of repetition. A lot of repetition with power, with intensity. Your whole life. That's why babies learn so quickly and so well. That's why I'm a master of English. I'm not a master of Spanish. Because every day for 20 years I have been listening to English. The same basic English. When I was 5 years old, I didn't say to my teacher, "Teacher, I already know the past tense, so stop using it." Let's learn something more difficult now. I'm bored with the past tense. Of course, it's ridiculous, right? I'm still hearing the past tense used correctly, constantly, every single day of my life. And that's why I can use the past tense without thinking, totally effortlessly. Because it's something I hear again and again. And I have since when I was born until right now. And you need to decide that you are going to do this too. So forget this idea of levels. Forget levels. There is no level. You're not an advanced English speaker and then suddenly, oh, I don't need to worry about past tense anymore. Oh, I already know the present tense. I'm an advanced speaker. Well, bullshit. It's not true. You never finish. In fact, you have to focus on the basic things, the most frequent, core, fundamental, important parts of the language. You have to focus on them every day. You never stop. Yes, you'll start to learn some advanced vocabulary. Yes, you learn some great advanced grammar that you always want to learn. But that's the stuff's extra. Always the core main focus of your learning must be the fundamentals. The high frequency words, the most common grammar structures, and the basic pronunciation of the language. You never stop practicing those. You never stop improving those. Every day you continue to focus on them. Okay, you believe me? Alright, we agree? Alright, good. Well, your next question is probably how? Because the problem with this is that's kind of boring, right? You say like, oh, I don't want to do it again. And this is the problem that everybody has. Everyone who wants to be a master has the same exact problem. I'm sure Michael Jordan had sometimes said, I'm sick of shooting free throws. Free throws are the basic same shot. All basketball players practice them every day for all their life. Probably as he said sometime, oh man, I've already done this 20,000 times. I don't want to do it again. But then he said, oh, I need to. He realized that he could never stop. How does Tiger Woods keep going? How does he continue to practice the same things every day when he's already a master? It's an emotional problem, right? It's a mental problem. It's not a physical problem. So it's easy to do the problem, stop willing to do it. So again, it's a problem of our mentality. It's a problem of our psychology. And we have to learn how to practice with a lot of repetition. But continue to feel strong, continue to have energy and intensity. That's the trick, that's the secret. We have already about some ways to do this. So one, we do this is to manage your emotions. Manage your peak state. You get in that peak state. That's why I keep reminding you. Are you smiling? Are you moving? Is your head up? Are your shoulders back? Are you breathing deeply? I continue to remind you about this because it's important. You will keep your energy high. It will help you repeat again and again without boredom. When your body, when your physiology is strong, you get bored less easily. You focus more, you concentrate more, you can do more repetitions. You can repeat more of the same thing. That's great. So that's one of the key things we have already talked about. Managing your emotions. Managing your beliefs will also help. thinking constantly about what you want in the end, imagining yourself as a successful English speaker. All of these things are building your energy, and that will help you repeat more often with more energy. But there is one more secret to repetition. And this is something that all masters do and have always done. It's a key point to using repetition most powerfully. Because if you just repeat, if you do it badly, well, then you're teaching yourself to perform badly. If you practice English every day and there's no energy, repeating, well, you'll learn to be bored and tired when speaking English. And you don't want that, right? So here is what you want to do. First, you want to get into the peak state every time before you listen to English. You're gonna manage your body, your physiology. You're gonna move, you're gonna smile, you're gonna change your posture, you're gonna breathe, right? You're gonna change your emotions, you're gonna change your focus, you're gonna think about the big goal, all those great benefits to speaking English. I mean, why you wanna learn English? And you're gonna do incantation, you're gonna say, I'm a great English speaker. I'm getting better and better with English every day. Now you're feeling great. And you start to repeat. And you say, now I'm gonna listen to that lesson again. Again, 7 times, 12 times, 20 times, 50 times, 100 times. On the 100th time, how are you gonna keep your energy still? Are you gonna get on that peak state? You wanna change your focus. You wanna repeat. You just don't wanna same exact things, right? You find small distinctions each time. Distinction is a difference, an important difference. Okay, an important difference means distinction. So you're doing the same things, maybe you're going to listen to the same lesson, for example, but you with your mind are doing something a little different each time. A different distinction each time. What do I mean? Let me give you an example. Let's say you listen to this lesson the first time. The first time you probably want to focus on just understanding. You need to understand all the words I'm using. You need to understand my pronunciation, right? You need to, most importantly, understand the whole meaning of the content of this lesson, of what I'm saying, the meaning. The basic meaning of the English I'm speaking. So the first time, you probably read and listen at the same time, and you're focused just on the meaning, just on understanding. Maybe you do that 1 time, maybe 4 times, maybe 10 times. Depends, everybody is different. But eventually, you start to feel bored. Eventually, you think, I understand this. I understand the meaning. I know all these vocabulary words. No problem. Most people will then change. They will go to a new lesson. I'm bored. I already know this vocabulary. Time for a new lesson. That's what most people do. But someone who is focused on mastery will not do that. They will still listen with the same lesson. What would they do is to find a new distinction, an important difference, a new way to focus. For example, you know now all of the vocabulary. You understand it easily. So next, you change your focus, a new distinction. Next, you don't focus on just understanding. Next, you focus on speed. You decide, I'm going to answer those mini story questions very fast. And it becomes a game for you. So the first time, maybe you answer very somewhat slowly. The next time you listen, you try to get faster. Maybe you still need to pause, but you're getting faster. The next time you try to go faster, answer those questions more quickly. Then you try to not use the pause button. Answer before I answer. And it becomes this game, a challenge. It's a repetition. It's the same thing again, but now you have a new distinction. You have a new focus, a little bit different way of repeating. First, you're focused on just meaning understanding. Now you're focused on speed. The speed of your response. Faster and faster and faster. And that's gonna become kind of a game. It will keep your brain alive. Keeps you learning with the same repetition. Now eventually that will become boring. You will get really fast. You will become faster than me. At that point you have two choices. You can stop and go to a new lesson, what most people do. But you're a master, you want to master English. So you will not do that. You will continue repeating the same lesson. But this time, what you need now? A new distinction. A slightly new way to focus on the same lesson. So next, for example, you might focus on listening deeply and carefully. To my pronunciation. How do I pronounce these words? What do I mean by that? I mean you listen carefully. How do I pronounce each word? You especially listen to my intonation. And intonation is the kind of music of a language. So when I go up and when I go down. It's when I stretch a word or say a word very quickly. All of those things are important. If you want to improve your pronunciation, you gotta first listen very carefully. Not like a normal person just listening and hearing it. You have to really focus on the sounds, on the accents, on the intonation. You have to hear it with emotions. Hear the emotions, feel the emotions in my voice. And focus, when do I get loud and when do I get quiet? What do I stress and what do I not stress? So that's your next distinction. You're gonna listen, focus on listening carefully. Not much for meaning. You already know that. You're gonna focus this time on the sounds, on the music. Pretend you're a musician. And you wanna hear the notes, the rhythm, right? The small important sounds of my pronunciation. So you do that again, 5 times, 15 times, 20 times, or more. Focus on pronunciation. Each lesson, the main lesson, the vocabulary lesson, the mini story lesson. This time you are focused on pronunciation. Listening, super carefully. Very detailed listening. What's gonna happen eventually? Boring. You're eventually going to get bored. Now in the beginning it's a new challenge. Your brain is up, awake, alive. But this will become easier and easier, and finally you turn Oh, I finished listening this pronunciation. I can hear it. Now you have another choice. It's the time to go at another lesson, or you do find a new distinction. Well, of course, you're a master. You are going to find a new distinction. Yet again, a new focus, a small difference. Something a little different to focus on, still using the same lesson. You've been listening deeply for my pronunciation. Well, your next step is to imitate my pronunciation. To imitate me. To imitate means to copy perfectly. So now what you gonna do? You're gonna listen to me. After every sentence, you're going to pause. And you are going to say the same sentence. So here is what you not to do. You are not listen and repeat. So when I say, hi, how are you? You pause. How are you? Alright, it's the normal school way of doing it. Listen and repeat. You are not repeating. Repeating has no power. Repeating does nothing. You are imitating. Think like an actor or like an actress. Your job is to be me, be Naveed. So when I say imitate, I mean copy everything. Copy my speech exactly, perfectly. The sounds of the words, the exact pronunciation. That's just the beginning. The whole sentence, the words and the sense, that's easy. That's just the beginning. I'm talking about my intonation, the exact music. You're listening to it before, now you are going to do it. So when I go up, you are going to up. And when I go down, you are going to go down. When I'm loud, you will speak loudly. When I'm quiet, you speak quietly. You want to sound like me, just like an actor. You want to copy my emotions. So when you speak, it has the same emotions and power as my speech. Copy my accent. If you're really serious, copy how I move. Okay, you can see me. Just look at me. I'm standing stiff. Am I standing stiff? Not moving? Not usually. I'm usually moving when I'm speaking. My hands are moving. My face is moving. I'm standing strong, straight, with a good posture. So that's the final distinction. Imitation. You can do it with anybody, not just me. You can watch a movie, for example, and copy the actor of the actress. And this is great because you have a picture to look at. So you can definitely copy how they are moving their body, how they are moving as they speak. And then you are going to copy how exactly they speak. When they pause, you pause. When they are loud, you are loud. When they stretch a word, you stretch it. You copy everything. And that's an even deeper distinction, a deeper level of repetition. So this is very important. This is how the masters do it. This is how Michael Jordan get better, or got better as a basketball player. He didn't share same thing every day. Now every week or every month, he changed his distinction. He reached a certain level. He decided, I want to go higher. So he focused on something a little different. Same action, same skills, but now he is focusing on something even higher or something even deeper. And when that became easy, he found something else, something new that was something new distinction. And you can do this with your lessons. Same with Tiger Woods, same with anyone who is really great at what they do. It's that's how they did and naturally. That's what you need to do as a native English speaker, right? You need to do this effortlessly. So that's what I want you to do. This is your homework. This is your homework for life. For the rest of your life, every day, you're gonna learn more deeply than other people. You're gonna repeat more with more intensity. And the way you are gonna do it is by always finding new distinctions. You can start with these lessons now. You're gonna go more slowly. And you can follow my plan and you can add more to this. There's always a new distinction. If imitating me becomes easy, thanks something else. Keep getting better, better, and better. But for now, try my plan. So in the beginning, you are going to listen for what? Basically for understanding. That's the first level of repetition. Listen for understanding. Focus on the meaning, the general and specific meaning of what I'm saying. And do that for as long as you can. Until you can hear it and instantly know the meaning. No problem, no effort. When that becomes super easy, then you go to the next level, the next extension, which is gonna focus on speed. You're gonna focus on answering the mini stories questions faster and faster and faster until you can beat me. What next? What's the next extension? That becomes easy. Then what you do? Well, then you maybe after a 50 or 100 repetition with the mini story going fast, then maybe you decide, well, now I'm gonna listen very, very carefully and deeply to Naveed's pronunciation. Every tiny detail of pronunciation, the intonation, the individual sounds, the loudness, the pauses, the emotion, everything carefully listening to the music of English, the music of my speech. And you'll do that as many times as possible. And then finally, you will go to the deepest distinction, deepest for us right now, which is imitation. When that has become easy, you will go on to imitate me perfectly. You will try to copy exactly my pronunciation. Be me when you speak. By following this system for every single lesson, you will get a lot more repetitions for each lesson. Therefore, you will learn it much more deeply. Not just a couple of times and then on to the next lesson and forget it. You won't forget it. You will never forget this. If you follow this system, every lesson will be stuck in your brain. 10 years from now, you'll still remember it. I promise you, but you have to follow the system. Okay then, good luck. Keep finding those new distinctions always again and again. Increase your repetition, increase the intensity, and always go deeper, deeper, deeper to a deeper level. See you next time. Bye bye. And next is our vocabulary lesson. I'll see you in the vocabulary. And after that, you'll have the mini story, an interesting mini story. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you're new to our channel, please don't forget to press the bell icon and subscribe to our channel. And be updated as I upload a new video. So that's all for today. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.